You are tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. Had the lab coat on. I was in the lab watching fights, breaking down film, just so I can bring you guys, you, the official breakdown and prediction video for Vasily Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez going down this Saturday. I think this is the premier fight left on the schedule in 2020. It's a unification fight. I don't give a damn what's going on with Devin Haney and all that. Vasily Lomachenko is the WBC champion. Devin Haney did not fight for the belt. I do know the circumstances, but just ask yourself this real simple question in this complicated situation. Who did Devin Haney beat for the belt? Like that's it. That's all you need to ask. Now, this is a fight of a guy in Vasily Lomachenko who is essentially came into the sport in his prime, and Teofimo Lopez being one of the hottest young stars in boxing. Now, for the people that's new to the channel, just to give you a little idea of how I do break down the prediction videos. I break down what I like and what I dislike about each fighter, break down tendencies, things like that. Then I break down how I think the fight gonna go, and then I'll give you my prediction. But when it comes down to it, and you can look at the prior work that I've done on the channel, I am one of the best in the business when it comes down to breaking down a fight and breaking down fighters. And no, I've never officially stepped into a ring before, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm one of the best when it comes down to doing it. So, get your popcorn, get your juice, sit back, relax, let G5 Jeff TV tell you what's about to go down. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start with Teofimo Lopez, 15-0, 12 knockouts, won his title against Richard Comey in impressive fashion, got the knockout victory, and everything that you would want out of a fighter from a physical talent standpoint, Teofimo Lopez has it. He's got the jab, great hooks, punch variety is great, good defense, got pizzazz, flair, everything you need in a star. He got it all. He got it all. And he is stepping up against arguably pound for pound the top fighter in the world in Vasily Lomachenko. And if you don't have Vasily Lomachenko as your top guy, that's cool. He should be in your top 5 for sure. Now, Teofimo Lopez is the bigger fighter. He's presumed to be the stronger fighter. And he's the younger fighter. And he's also the fighter that talks more trash. Those are all facts. Now, with Teofimo Lopez, I really went back to the Diego Magdaleno fight. Now, I know you're probably thinking like, G5, why you go back to the Diego Magdaleno fight? Why? Because this Saturday, Teofimo Lopez is fighting a southpaw. Vasily Lomachenko was a southpaw. So when you're breaking down an orthodox fighter versus a southpaw, the first thing you do is pull up video or a fight where the orthodox fighter has fought a southpaw. Teofimo Lopez has fought 15 fights in his professional career. He's only faced one southpaw, and that was Diego Magdaleno. So what your boy G5 Jeff TV do? Of course, I put the lab coat on. I went in the lab, and I sat back and I watched that fight. And let me just tell y'all why I'm on a different level when it comes down to watching fights and watching film. We all know the results of that fight with Teofimo Lopez and Diego Magdaleno. We all know that Teofimo Lopez dominated that fight from beginning to end. I didn't watch that fight for that reason. I watched that fight for one reason and one reason only. Watched his feet. I watched Teofimo Lopez's feet the whole fight. And for the people that's new to the channel, may not be seasoned when it comes down to watching boxing, when you have a orthodox fighter fight a southpaw fighter, what you want is you want the orthodox fighter to circle to their left. You want the orthodox fighter to circle to their left. The orthodox fighter should not be circling to his right, because the southpaw wants his right foot on the outside of the orthodox fighter's left foot. So in this scenario, Vasyl Lomachenko wants his right foot, which is his lead foot, outside of Teofimo Lopez's left foot, which is his lead foot. Understand what I'm saying? Good. Now, going to the Teofimo Lopez Diego Magdaleno fight, as dominant as Teofimo Lopez was, he circled to his right all night long. He circled to his right all night long. He wasn't worried about footwork. He wasn't worried about putting his left foot on the outside of Diego Magdaleno's right foot. He wasn't worried about footwork at all, because he knew he was the bigger fighter, the stronger fighter, the better fighter. And he stood there and he did his work and didn't fight to win a battle with a footwork before he started working against Diego Magdaleno. Now, you got to ask yourself two questions. Did he do that because he knew he was in there with somebody that was inferior? Or did he do that because he's not used to fighting southpaws and he didn't train to circle to his left? Either way is bad, because if he knows to circle to his left and he just decided not to do it, then you're building bad habits against the southpaw. And also, if he was doing that on purpose, then it's really bad, because it's just lack of discipline. That's the only tape that I have on Teofimo Lopez against the southpaw. So despite Teofimo Lopez having, advantages physically, taller, stronger, maybe a little bit quicker, when you have a really, really good orthodox fighter against a really, really, really good southpaw, it's on the orthodox fighter to make the adjustments as far as positioning and footwork. And Teofimo Lopez is going to have to answer those questions in this fight against Vasyl Lomachenko. Now, Teofimo Lopez has great punch variety. The one thing I did see in the Diego Magdaleno fight is that he didn't abandon his left jab against the southpaw, and a lot of fighters do that. He didn't abandon the jab. He did really good body work, stab jabs to the body, straight right hands to the body. I love that shot. And Teofimo Lopez throws really good singles. He threw really good single shots. And if you're going to catch a guy like a Vasyl Lomachenko, it's probably going to be with a single shot. Defensive fighters that are really, really good, they are great at avoiding multiple shots. If you look at Floyd Mayweather, one of the few times he was rocked in his career was against Shane Mosley. They were single shots. They weren't combinations. They were single shots. Against Chino Maidana, it was a single shot. Against DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley back in the day, it was a single shot. So Zab Judah, it was a single shot. So, I mean, that seems to be a theme, with great defensive fighters. You have a better chance catching them with a single shot than you do with a combination. As weird as it sounds, that's how it is. And I think Teofimo Lopez definitely has the ability to possibly hurt Lomachenko in this fight, because he has the power and the speed to do so. But Teofimo Lopez also throws a great single shot, and his shots are compact. His shots are compact when he's throwing with you. And that's what happened against Richard Comey. His shot was more compact than Richard Comey's, and that's how Comey got in trouble and he ended up getting stopped. Now, Teofimo Lopez is going to have to fight the perfect fight from a positioning and footwork standpoint. He's going to have to circle to his left. He's going to have to make sure that his left foot is outside of Lomachenko's right foot before he starts working. It's going to be interesting to see if Teofimo Lopez does that, number one, and number two, has the patience and the discipline to do that throughout the course of the fight. But that's what makes this fight so amazing. Now, we're going to move on to Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko, outside of his first fight, his debut fight of his career, all the rest of his fights has been championship fights. All of his fights has been championship fights. And with him only having like 14, 15 fights in his career, he's been in with a lot of different guys. He's been in with power guys. He's been in with technically sound guys. He's been in with fast guys, guys with, good strength. And they all end up having the same problem with Vasily Lomachenko. In order for you to hit him, you got to find him. And the hardest boxer to fight is the guy that you can't find, but he's in the pocket pretty much the whole damn time. That's what made Floyd so frustrating to fight. That's what made guys like Pernell Whitaker so frustrating to fight. And in some ways, Canelo, it makes him hard to fight because he has great head movement, great upper body movement in the pocket. That's the main thing with Lomachenko. Can you find him? And the reason why it's so difficult to find Vasily Lomachenko is he makes sure that he wins the battle of the footwork and he wins the battle of positioning before he starts working. He's been doing that all through the amateurs. He's been doing it in his professional career. It takes a lot of discipline for you to win the battle that nobody's paying attention to before you actually start battling and start throwing shots. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, okay, he had a little bit of trouble with Luke Campbell. He definitely had some trouble with Jorge Linares. So let's touch on it. When Vasily Lomachenko got knocked down by Jorge Linares, it was a single shot, compact shot. Was Lomachenko hurt? No. Was it a flash knockdown? Yes. Did it happen? Yes. Credit to Jorge Linares, because not everybody's landing that shot. But if you actually sit down and you actually look at the shot, even in that sequence when he got knocked down, go look at Vasily Lomachenko's feet. His right foot was on the outside of Linares' left foot. So even in that instance, he was in good position. He just got lazy and got caught with the straight right hand. And it was kind of like a flash knockdown. But even in that instance, footwork there, positioning there. Luke Campbell had moments where he just let his hands go. He didn't care what was coming back. It was reckless, but it was working for him sometimes. But the thing is, you can't get away with that long term with Lomachenko. Lomachenko's been in with the who's who of people in a short 14, 15 fight career. Now, what I'm interested in when it comes down to this fight is how Vasily Lomachenko is going to operate offensively. We know what he's going to do defensively. We know what he's going to do in terms of positioning and footwork. But what is he going to do offensively? Is he going to dedicate some time to the body? Is his primary shots going to be straight shots, hooks? How is he going to operate offensively? That's the main thing that I'm looking to see with Vasily Lomachenko. But Vasily Lomachenko he's top 3 pound for pound, and it's for a reason. Now, Main keys for both guys. Teofimo Lopez, number one, he has to fight a flawless fight when it comes down to positioning and footwork. And he's going up against the best in the business when it comes down to positioning and footwork. So that's going to be a tall task, but it's something he's going to have to attempt to do. Number two, don't load up on the shots. Don't load up on the shots, whether you're throwing jabs or you're throwing body shots. Just touch them. Just touch them. Continue to touch them. Continue to be active. And at some point, there's going to be exchanges. Make sure that you stick to what you do and keep the shots short and compact. Those are the keys for Teofimo Lopez in this fight. Now, for Vasyl Lomachenko, he's going to have to obviously win the battle with the footwork, win the battle with the positioning before he starts firing. That's number one. Number two, he does need to dedicate some body work. And number three, Lomachenko needs to stay disciplined in terms of this not becoming a war. He needs this to be a boxing match, a pure boxing match, boxing through and through. Those are the keys with Vasyl Lomachenko. Now, how do I think the fight is going to go? I think the first 2-3 rounds are going to be very tactical. Probably going to be boring, the first 2-3 rounds of this fight. I think it's just going to be a major filling out process. I think Teofimo Lopez is going to be missing a lot of shots because I don't think Teofimo Lopez is going to be disciplined enough to make sure that he wins the battle with the footwork before he starts throwing shots. I think as the rounds go on, I think Vasyl Lomachenko is just going to overwhelm Teofimo Lopez with the angles, with the positioning, and it's going to be a lot of situations where Vasyl Lomachenko is going to be able to get 3-4 punch combinations off with nothing coming back from Teofimo Lopez because he's not going to be in a position to return fire. And if he does return fire, it's only going to be with one shot. And I think that's what's going to happen as the fight goes on. There's a chance Teofimo Lopez can get a flash knockdown in this fight because I love the way he throws his compact shots when he throws with his fighter. But all in all, I see Vasyl Lomachenko keeping this strictly a boxing match. I think he's going to do everything he needs to do to make sure that he is positioned correctly to land his offense and to stay out of the way of the power. And the thing with Teofimo Lopez is if he doesn't land anything big within the first 4 rounds, if he doesn't get Lomachenko's respect within the first 4 rounds, eventually Lomachenko's going to do what he does to everybody else. Break you down and frustrate you mentally and then start breaking you down physically. And I see that happening in this fight. I like Vasyl Lomachenko by decision. I like Vasyl Lomachenko by unanimous decision. I like it 8-4. 8-4 for Vasyl Lomachenko. And I think, just to wrap this up, I think the main thing with this fight is this. You can make a case that Vasyl Lomachenko was the best amateur of all time. I think he went 396-1. And I think the guy that he lost to, I think he beat him twice afterwards. I think the big difference when it comes down to this fight, and just to sum it up, is during Vasyl Lomachenko's time as an amateur and a pro, I think he's seen a Teofimo Lopez a time or two in his career. I think with Teofimo Lopez, I don't think he's ever been in a ring with a Vasyl Lomachenko type in his career. You factor that in with the fact that Vasyl Lomachenko was also a southpaw, and Teofimo's going to have to make certain adjustments in this fight that he's never had to make in his professional career. I think by the time he figures everything out and start putting things together, I think he's going to be way behind on the cards, and I think he's going to lose the fight. But I think it's going to be a very competitive fight, and I salute both guys for taking this fight at this point in their career, because they could have went in a different direction. But this is going to be a great fight this Saturday. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.